Assalamualaikum. Next for topic for chapter 10 is information system in decision making. The learning outcome of this chapter that you should be able to explain the role of information system in decision making, explain the decision support system concept and how it differs from traditional management information system. Identify the role and support of management information system, and last is you can identify the role of decision support system and how it supports decision maker. And next, you can discuss the role of executive information system and the support it provides to decision makers. Discuss other information system that assist in decision making. And explain how these information systems are applied in real life. If we talk about the decision making, it involves about the information, decisions, and also management. Okay, as we can see in this table, this is illustrate how the information system and the design structure of an organization. So actually there are mainly three levels of management decision making. So the first one is strategic top level manager. Yeah, this is strategic level. So the roles is to develop overall organizational goals, policy, and strategies and steer the firm towards achieving that goals. Yeah. And then the position in this level is like the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, and then CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and then Chief Operational Officer, and then Chief Information Officer, Chairperson of the Board, President, Vice President, and Corporate Head. Yeah? And there is another position like CTO. Usually for the CTO is for like now is for the startup company. So biasanya nowadays the startup company beside the CEO they have also the CTO and the CEO. And next is tactical level. So in this tactical middle level manager, the roles is to responsible for carrying out the goals that have been set by the top manager. So the position is general manager, plant manager, regional manager, and divisional manager. Okay, and then the last level is operational first level managers. So the roles is they are involved in the daily running of their work unit in their organization. Here like the office manager, line manager, department manager, supervisor, and also the store manager. In decision making, the information is actually is very important and also valuable. So the quality of the decision may rely on the quality of the information. Yeah? So there is characteristic that define the quality of the information. Okay, so that's why for this one, information quality is measured from this three dimension, which is the time dimension and content dimension and also the form dimension. Okay, this table is summarize the important attribute for information quality. Okay, based on the third dimension that I have explained in the previous slide. So the first is time dimension. So there are four attribute for this time dimension. The first attribute is timelines, timeliness. So should be available at any time it is needed. And then second one is currency, should be up to date at the time is presented. Frequency, it should be available as often as needed. And time period, it should be able about the past, present, and also the future time period. So the second dimension is content dimension. So for this content dimension also we have 4 attributes to assess the quality of information. So the first one is accuracy. This is more on the error. And then the relevance should be relation to the need of specific recipient for a specific situation. Completeness of the information should be available when needed. And conciseness should only be provided as per request or based on the need. And the third one is context. This context is in the content dimension also actually. Okay, so for context, this information must be meaningful to the recipient. Yeah. And last one is scope. So the content dimension, actually there are 6 attributes for this one, and from the accuracy and scope. So scope is information that can have different scale. It can be broad or narrow, and internal or external. And the last dimension, the third dimension, is form. So for this form dimension, as we can see, there are 5 attributes. First is clarity, should be available in a way that is easy to understand. Order should be available in a specific range of sequence. Detail can be available in summary or detail form. Format can be available in descriptive text, numeric, graphic, or other format. Last one is media, can be available in print documents, video displays, audio files, or other media. Okay, so for decision structure, actually there are 3 decision structure. The first one is structured. Okay, so for this structured, this is in the level of operational level. Clear procedures or guideline exist to assist the decision maker. Okay, and then second one is semi-structured. So here for the tactical level, middle. So tactical management, business unit manager, and self-directed teams. This is certain producer and guideline can be pre-specified but will not be enough to make definite decision. And the last one is unstructured. Okay, decision structure here is for a strategic level. So here it is for strategic management, executive, and also directors level. So in here, no procedures or guideline to assist this management level to make the decision maker. Management information system is considered the original type of information system that developed to support decision making. So before development of MIS, actually the managers had to rely on their own observation and then assorted report that were compiled manually. So with this MIS, actually the information is gathered and more organized, and also can analyze more efficiently. Okay, actually there is a typical MIS provide for different types of report to manager. Okay, so actually there are 4 different type of report to manager. The first one is periodic schedule report. So this is actually this traditional type of report is produced at regular intervals. So typical example of this periodic report include a daily production report, a weekly sales analysis report, and monthly financial statement. And next is exception reports. So therefore this report produced only in exceptional condition. Some cases this report are produced regularly. However, they only contain information on exceptional condition. So these typical example are credit report on customer who don't meet payment deadline, or customer who exceed their credit limits in a credit card system. Yeah. And next is demand reports and responses. So for this report are produced based on manager's demand. Okay, so information is made available to managers at their request instead of having to wait for the periodic report. Last is push reporting. So for this report are pushed to the manager's workstation. Okay, so many organizations today use like webcasting software to provide reports and other information effectively to managers over the company's intranet. Okay, so that is the type of MIS report. Next is decision support system. So DSS is a computer-based information system that provides business decision makers with interactive decision support. Okay. So this DSS used to assist manager in a tactical level to make semi-structured decisions. So DSS work by using first is analytical models, second one is specialized database, third one is a decision makers own insight and judgment, and fourth is an interactive computer-based modeling process. So the example where decision support system can be applied is choosing a site for a factory. So in designing a new location for a factory, a manager may rely on some structured component like the cost of land and availability of workers and etc. And also can be used for marketing and promotion. So in deciding the budget and maybe allocation for marketing and promotion, a sales manager relies on report from the MIS. So all of this interactive model provide different alternatives for decision makers. Typically, the SS consists of three main components. There are data management, model management, and also user interface management. So for data component, this component is for management and storing of information that will be used by the DSS. So the information in the database can come from various sources, like from the organization information, external information like from government documents, policies, web database, and last one is personal information. Okay, so meanwhile for the model management, this component actually is representation of some event or fact or situation. So for this analytical modeling of the SS, this model management is actually built around four basic types. First is what if analysis. So in this what if analysis, the process is to make changes on certain variable and observe the effect on others variable. And the example is, let us see what happens to sales if we cut down advertising by 10%. And the second type is sensitivity analysis. So the process is to make repeated change to a single variable and observe the effect on others variable. So here the example is, let's cut advertising by 100 ringgit repeatedly and observe its effect on sales. The third type is goal-seeking analysis. So for this type, the process is make repeated change to a few variables until the chosen variable reach a target value. So the example is, let's try increasing our advertising until sales reach 1 million ringgit. And the last one is optimization analysis. So here the process is to find the optimum value of desired variable within a given constraint. So the example is, what's the best amount to allocate for advertising given our choice of media and budget. Next is executive information system. So this EIS is developed to meet the ad hoc information needs of the top level executive in strategic level. So it presented in tailored form according to the preference of the executive using the system. Okay. It can be used directly by the executive without any assistance. And actually the usage of EIS has expanded to managers, analysts and other knowledge workers, and widely they sometimes humorously call it as everyone's information system. So the information is usually summarized instead of the lengthy explanation. Yeah? And drill down capability allows executive to retrieve information at the lowest level of details. This figure shows us an example of an EIS dashboard. So the newer EIS today has a dashboard that is designed to help users to proactively monitor, analyze, and also identify any trend, risks, and opportunities through a customized and tailored presentation of critical information. Okay. So note that display is simple, as we can see here, and brief, and it provides the user with a complete views of areas of concern. In this case, the staff performance. Okay. So thus the business user can keep track of key business objectives and steer the business back in the right direction in case it deviates. Enterprise Information Portal actually is an application that enables companies to unlock internally and externally stored information, okay, and provide user a single gateway to personalize information needed to make informed business decisions. So this is a single gateway that integrates MIS, DSS, EIS, and other information system and business application that give all intranet users, selected extranet users, access to a variety of business applications. So EIP is tailored to the needs of business user, either as individual, okay, or as a group, by giving them a personalized digital dashboard of information sources and applications. So this EIP offers business user an effective way to access information scattered across network enterprise system through a simple and personalized web interface. About geographic information system, this IS integrate computer graphic with other DSS feature. Yeah, so integrate the hardware, software, and data for capturing, managing, analyzing, and displaying all forms of geographically referenced information. And the uses geographic database to construct and display maps as well as other graphic displays to support decisions of affecting the population and other resources. So this GIS use GPS device to locate places that both meet their business need and take. Last is knowledge management system. So this is a tools that help organization to achieve competitive advantage. And this knowledge management system have always been the most discussed and debated topic within the knowledge management. Okay, this is can assist and build organizational learning. So the component of a typical knowledge management system is like the workflow, the extranets, document management, web conferencing, decision support system, data warehouse, groupware, intranets, and also the project management. So the summary for this chapter, we already know the role of information system in decision making, decision support system concept, and the difference than traditional management information system, role and support of management information system, role and support of decision support system, role and support of executive information system, and other information system that also assist in decision making. So lastly, we realize also this information system is in there is exist right in the real life, and all of us is use this information system.